Hello everyone. Welcome to my YNR 24 spoilers. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Two-day wedding, Burrow demands Victor and Adam plot. The Young and the Restless spoilers and updates covering the next 3 weeks, from November 10th to 28th, indicate that a two-day wedding event is on the horizon. Detective Burrow will also be required to follow orders, while Victor Newman and Adam Newman plot their schemes. Week of November 10th. Phyllis's backlash, Sally's fury. During the week of November 10th to 14th, Phyllis Summers will face backlash as she becomes upset with Victor for utilizing AI software on Kane Ashby's business. While Adam may have some doubts about Victor's strategy to target Jack Abbott, he will be on board with going after Billy Abbott. It appears that Billy might actually instigate the first, providing them with a reason to retaliate. Sally Spectra will be infuriated by Billy's refusal to abandon this Newman feud, but he might counter that they continuously give him reasons to remain involved in the conflict. Plus, the situation between Matt Clark, also known as Mitch Bacall, and Nick Newman, Sharon Newman, and Noah Newman is set to escalate even further. Sharon will deliver warnings and get some back. Sharon will attempt to issue some warnings, but in return, she'll get a few from Matt. Additionally, Matt will have a conversation with Detective Burrow and persuade him to take down the guard stationed outside Noah's hospital room. After Nick interrupts Sienna Bacall's private moments with Noah, he'll interrogate them about their evident affair and share some unsettling stories about Matt with Sienna. Sharon will also learn about Noah's romantic relationship with Sienna, leading her to believe that Matt ordered Noah to run off the road. Noah could be in danger once again. Nate and Victoria heat up. Noah could be facing a troubling encounter with Matt soon, especially once Detective Burrow follows through and removes the guard from his post. Meanwhile, in Genoa City, Nate Hastings and Victoria Newman will find it hard to resist their romantic urges. Is it possible Victoria may be ready for some romance, this soon after losing Cole Howard? In the meanwhile, Lily Winters notices Phyllis and Kane appearing too intimate for her comfort. Could this stir up some latent jealousy in Lily over her ex? 2 separate weddings occurred on November 17th. From November 17th to 21st, fans can look forward to the first part of the highly anticipated wedding event featuring Danny and Christine Blair. The actual wedding ceremony is set to take place on November 21st. So let's delve into what exciting moments await us. In a fun twist, viewers had the opportunity to vote on their favorite bridal gown through social media, and the winning dress will be worn by Christine during the upcoming ceremony. Additionally, beloved characters Nina Webster and Gina Roma will be making their return to YNR just in time to join in on all the wedding festivities. Week of November 24th. Second part of the wedding, Tessa and Daniel sing. The week spanning November 24th to 28th will begin with the second part of the wedding festivities, taking place on November 24th. Regardless of whether Phyllis Summers makes an appearance to stir up trouble, Danny and Christine are set to successfully tie the knot once more. It appears that Tessa Porter and Daniel Jr. will showcase the song they composed together, which might lead to them ending up in bed afterward. Meanwhile, Kyle Abbott could continue his pursuit of a reunion with Claire. This may require him to make some compromises, as Claire is currently not interested in marriage or cohabitation. But Kyle might argue that he can accept her stance. Might Kyle persuade Claire to give it a second chance? Is there a possibility that Kyle might manage to wear down Claire's defenses and persuade her to consider going on a few dates once more? Naturally, it's only a matter of time before Claire and Audra Charles find themselves in direct confrontation. Even though Holden Novak didn't tell Claire the complete story, he revealed enough details for her to mock Audra about her history. Who knows, maybe even throw around some intimidating threats if Claire's upset enough. Expect to see Audra feeling quite uncomfortable due to Claire's actions in the upcoming weeks. So make sure to stay tuned for the unfortunate developments that may arise from this situation. The Young and the Restless brings back a familiar face ahead of Danny and Cricket's wedding. The Young and the Restless is pulling out all the stops to make Danny and Cricket's wedding later this month a spectacular event. Returning to the show is party planner Pietro, played by Jai Rodriguez, to help make sure the couple's day is a memorable one. The Young and the Restless, Pietro returns. Jai Rodriguez worked with Melody Thomas Scott on The Young and the Restless the first time around. In June, Rodriguez appeared on Y&R as Pietro, a party planner whom Claire hired to make Nikki's birthday bash at the Jazz Lounge in the Genoa City Athletic Club a memorable one. At the time, he exclusively told Soap Central that he would love to return to the show. I hope so. Rodriguez enthused about reprising his party planning persona. There is language coming up that might suggest there's room for that, but in what capacity I couldn't guess. Rodriguez was thrilled to meet Y&R legends Melody Thomas Scott and Eileen Davidson when he was on the show the first time. He will now collaborate with new actors on the highly rated show. Wedding bells are ringing. Jai Rodriguez plays Pietro on The Young and the Restless. Pietro will have his work cut out for him to top Cricket and Danny's last wedding. The two were married in Paradise, aka Hawaii. We're not sure where the ceremony is going to take place, or if it'll be a church wedding, or perhaps the setting will be in Chancellor Park, named after Danny's late stepmother, Catherine Chancellor. Kay was married to Rex Sterling, aka Brian, for a few years until his untimely death. As previously reported, fan favorites Trisha Cast and Patty Weaver are coming back for the big day. Rodriguez became a household name after he was cast on Bravo's Queer Eye for the Straight Guy in 2003. The reality series featured 5 men who specialized in grooming, food and wine, fashion, style, and culture. In addition to being an actor and a musician, Rodriguez is also the co-author of the New York Times best-selling tome Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, the Fab Five's Guide to Looking Better, Cooking Better, Dressing Better, Behaving Better, and Living Better. Y&R alum Michael confirms he and Eric Braeden are on good terms. The Young and the Restless spoilers remind fans that before Justin Hartley and Mark Grossman played the infamous Adam Newman, Michael put the role on the map when he was cast as the character from 2009 to 2014. Over the years, there's been reports that he and former co-star, the mustache himself, Eric Braeden, weren't on the best of terms. With that said, hopped on social media recently to confirm the two have officially reconciled. Michael posted the following on the social media platform X. Much like Jerry Jones and Jimmy Johnson, Eric Braeden and I fell apart, and much like Mr. Jones and Mr. Johnson, it took a very long time, but Eric and I have made up and shared our love and admiration for one another. Went on to say, Eric didn't have to forgive me for our conflicts, but he did. The former soap actor posted a follow-up tweet adding, if we hadn't fallen apart way back when, who knows how far we could have gone together? He also noted, I do so greatly admire him, and I am impressed by his grace and class. He will always remain the single best scene partner I have ever had in my entire career, hands down. In addition, stated, feels good to heal from this. I've needed this more than I realized. Braeden versus. After exited the Y&R, a ton of speculation swirled around the internet about why he was let go from the CBS soap. One rumor was that Braeden was behind firing. The seasoned actor once told Radar Online that he welcomed Michael when he arrived at the set and stated he was a great actor. He went on to confirm that anyone who claimed he fired him was lying, despite the fact that he acknowledged that they had disagreements. Braeden noted, I have always thought he was a very good actor and told him so. Towards the end, and I did have our differences and had a shouting match, no question. Additionally, Braeden clarified, during that shouting match, everything was said. I won't go into detail about it. A 2-day wedding, Burroughs' Dilemma, and Newman Power plays. A deep dive into Genoa City's upcoming turmoil. The Young and the Restless promises to deliver some of the most thrilling, moving, and multi-layered storytelling in recent memory over the next 3 weeks. From the highly anticipated two-day wedding event of Danny Romalotti and Christine Blair, to the danger and deception surrounding Detective Burrow and the strategic maneuvers of Victor and Adam Newman, Genoa City is about to enter a period of explosive change. Longtime fans are in for a nostalgic treat, while new viewers will find themselves captivated by the intricate web of power, passion, and betrayal that defines this soap's DNA. Week 1. Phyllis's backlash and Sally's fury, the storm before the wedding. Phyllis takes a stand and the heat. Phyllis has never been one to keep her mouth shut when she feels let down, and her argument with Victor Newman about how he uses AI software to control Kane Ashby's business exemplifies this well-known trait. The twist here is how Phyllis's objections reflect a deeper philosophical battle brewing within Genoa City, one between old-school corporate cunning and modern technological control. Her outrage is not just personal. It is also representative of a larger conflict between digital interference and human instinct. Victor's strategic use of AI in his vendetta reveals his growing reliance on manipulation and control, blurring ethical lines even further. In the process, Phyllis's confrontation with him is not merely a matter of business. It's a warning about unchecked ambition. The fallout of her rebellion might isolate her further, but it could also align her with surprising allies in the weeks to come. Adam and Victor, a dangerous partnership reborn. Meanwhile, the dynamic between Victor and Adam Newman continues to evolve in fascinating ways. Historically strained and volatile, their relationship here takes on new complexity. While Adam harbors doubts about Victor's decision to target Jack Abbott, his loyalty to his father remains strong enough to push him into an uneasy alliance. Soon, their focus shifts to Billy Abbott, a perennial rival whose obstinate pride could set off a full-blown Newman-Abbott conflict. Adam's ambivalence is key here. His inner turmoil mirrors the emotional tug-of-war that has defined his character since his introduction. Caught between redemption and rebellion, Adam finds himself helping Victor execute plans that could once again destroy lives, including his own. Yet, as history has shown, the closer Adam gets to Victor's dark orbit, the more he risks becoming his father's pawn rather than his equal. Sally's fury, a woman on the edge. Sally Spectra serves as the emotional counterpoint in this volatile equation. Her dissatisfaction with Billy's refusal to end his feud with the escalates to new heights, which leads to some heated arguments. But what makes Sally's anger compelling is that it stems from love and fear. Love for a man who won't let go of the past, and fear that his obsession will destroy their future. Sally's arc in this week represents the voice of reason amid chaos. While others scheme and manipulate, she fights for peace and sanity. Unfortunately, Genoa City rarely rewards restraint. Sally's attempts to mediate Billy's rivalry may instead place her further in the crossfire as the rivalry grows stronger. The Matt Clark arc shadows secrets and Sharon's suspicions. Matt Clark's return and the Noah dilemma. In another dramatic subplot, Matt Clark emerges, intertwining his dark past with the Newman family once more. His interactions with Sharon, Nick, and Noah create a tense psychological thriller within the broader soap narrative. Sharon, ever the moral compass, senses danger where others see confusion, and her instincts prove correct. Matt's manipulation of Detective Burrow, convincing him to remove the guard protecting Noah in the hospital, sets the stage for another potential tragedy. It's a chilling move that exposes Burrow's vulnerability and moral struggle. Torn between duty and coercion, Burrow's compliance hints at larger forces at play, perhaps even corruption seeping into Genoa City's law enforcement ranks. Sharon's warnings and the consequences. Sharon's attempts to warn those around her about Matt's deceit highlight her enduring strength and maternal intuition. Her confrontation with both Nick and Sienna Bacall reveals layers of emotional complexity. When Nick catches Sienna in a compromising moment with Noah, he reacts with paternal fury, but Sharon's response is more nuanced. She begins to connect the dots, suspecting that Matt's motives go far beyond jealousy or revenge. She theorizes that Noah's car accident wasn't random. It was a calculated act designed to send a message. The tension crescendos as Sharon's instincts clash with institutional complacency. Burroughs' removal of the guard, though seemingly procedural, opens the door for Matt to make another move, potentially putting Noah's life in danger once again. This subplot not only adds suspense, but also raises questions about trust, accountability, and the blurred line between protection and betrayal. Love rekindled. Nate and Victoria's passionate collision. The fire between Nate and Victoria. While chaos brews elsewhere, Victoria Newman and Nate Hastings reignite their passionate connection. Their chemistry has always been undeniable, but this new phase feels riskier, raw. Victoria, still reeling from the loss of Cole Howard, finds herself craving both emotional escape and physical intimacy. Nate, ever ambitious yet deeply human, offers both. Their rekindled romance is more than just sensual distraction. It's symbolic of Victoria's internal conflict between duty and desire. The heiress of the Newman Empire is torn between her corporate role and her need to feel alive again. Meanwhile, Nate's involvement threatens to compromise his professional integrity, suggesting their love could ignite professional and personal fallout across Newman Enterprises. Phyllis, Kane, and Lily, a brewing triangle. Elsewhere, Lily Winters takes note of Phyllis and Kane Ashby's increasingly intimate behavior. What starts as casual flirtation could evolve into something deeper or more dangerous. For Lily, this discovery stirs old insecurities and unresolved emotions. For Phyllis, it's yet another test of boundaries, loyalty, and emotional manipulation. This subplot teases the possibility of renewed rivalries and emotional chaos as love, jealousy, and ambition once again collide. Week 2. A two-part wedding, nostalgia, and new beginnings. The return of romance, Danny and Christine's love story. The week of November 17th marks a nostalgic turning point with the return of Danny and Christine Blair. Their wedding, set to unfold over 2 episodes, is more than a romantic event. It's a celebration of YNR's rich history. For longtime fans, this is a beautiful nod to the show's legacy as the iconic couple reunites to rekindle their love and renew their vows. Christine's gown, chosen through fan votes, adds a delightful meta layer of engagement between the show and its audience. The inclusion of returning favorites like Nina Webster and Gina Roma enriches the festivities, grounding them in emotional continuity. Their reappearances remind viewers that Genoa City is not just a place of scandals and betrayals. It's also a tapestry of enduring friendships, shared memories, and the cyclical nature of love. Pietro's return, a party planner with panache. Adding flair to the celebration is Pietro, the charming party planner previously introduced during Nikki Newman's Melody Thomas Scott birthday bash. Pietro's return injects humor, elegance, and queer sophistication into the proceedings. Known for his creative flair and bold personality, he's determined to make this wedding unforgettable. No small feat considering Danny and Christine's original Hawaiian ceremony. Pietro's presence also underscores YNR's evolving inclusivity, highlighting the diversity and creative vibrancy of Genoa City's social scene. Whether the wedding takes place in a grand church, the iconic Chancellor Park, or another lush venue, Pietro's touch ensures it will be nothing short of spectacular. Week 3. The second day of the wedding, music and mayhem. The wedding concludes with harmony and heart. The second part of Danny and Christine's wedding promises music, emotion, and a few inevitable surprises. Tessa Porter and Daniel Jr. take center stage with a song they've composed together, a moment of artistry and intimacy that encapsulates the spirit of family and renewal. Their musical performance may lead to more than just applause. It could spark a romantic rekindling between the two. Their potential post-performance tryst hints at new beginnings, blending the show's signature mix of romance and consequence. Kyle and Claire rekindling old flames. Meanwhile, Kyle Abbott finds himself entangled in emotional complications of his own. His pursuit of Claire demonstrates both his impulsive heart and his inability to let go of the past. Claire, still hesitant about commitment or cohabitation, becomes a challenge Kyle cannot resist. His determination to accept her boundaries shows growth, but also hints at obsession. Their rekindled connection, however, draws the ire of Audra Charles, whose manipulative tendencies resurface. The impending Audra-Claire showdown could have devastating consequences, especially when fueled by jealousy and resentment. Holden's secrets and Claire's defiance. The subplot involving Holden Novak deepens the tension. Though Holden conceals parts of the truth, he reveals enough to provoke Claire's anger toward Audra. This sets up a psychological and potentially physical confrontation as Claire's suppressed rage surfaces. The fallout will likely ripple through multiple relationships, altering dynamics within the Abbott and Newman circles alike. Detective Burrow's crossroads, duty versus deception. While love and celebration dominate much of Genoa City, Detective Burrow's moral dilemma continues to darken the periphery. His compliance with Matt Clark's demands places him in a precarious position, professionally and ethically. Whether coerced, blackmailed, or simply misguided, Burrow becomes an unwilling accomplice to potential violence. His actions, though subtle, could lead to catastrophic consequences if Noah's safety is once again compromised. Burrow's arc is a fascinating study in how good intentions can be weaponized. His obedience to Matt's manipulation highlights a theme central to Y&R, that in Genoa City, loyalty and corruption often share the same face. Victor and Adam, plotting from the shadows. The Victor-Adam alliance remains one of the most compelling aspects of the storyline. Their calculated moves against Jack and Billy illustrate the cyclical nature of Newman ambition, each generation repeating the sins of the last. Victor's unrelenting control, paired with Adam's yearning for approval, creates a volatile partnership poised to implode. As father and son strategize, they embody two sides of the same coin, Victor's old-world power versus Adam's modern ruthlessness. Their plotline serves as both a continuation of Y&R's legacy of corporate warfare and a meditation on generational conflict. Whether they emerge victorious or destroy themselves in the process remains to be seen, but their machinations ensure that Genoa City's balance of power will never be the same. Behind the scenes, the Michael and Eric Braeden reconciliation. Outside the fictional drama, the real-life reconciliation between Michael, former Adam Newman, and Eric Braeden adds a poignant layer of meta-narrative to these week's episodes. Their public mending offenses reminds fans that the spirit of forgiveness, so rarely found in Genoa City, can still exist off-screen. Heartfelt comments on social media reveal the human side of the actors who bring this world to life, bridging the gap between performance and reality. This development not only rekindles fan appreciation for iconic portrayal, but also symbolizes healing within the Y&R legacy. In many ways, their reconciliation mirrors the show's own themes of redemption, humility, and enduring respect despite rivalry. Conclusion: love, legacy, and looming danger. The two-day wedding Burrow demands, Victor and Adam plot, arc encapsulates everything that makes the young and the restless timeless: passion, betrayal, nostalgia, and suspense. Over the course of these 3 weeks, viewers will witness the collision of celebration and chaos, a wedding that unites old flames, a detective torn by duty, and a father-son alliance built on deceit. From Sharon's haunting intuition to Sally's righteous fury, from Victoria's forbidden desires to the romantic highs of Danny and Christine's union, Genoa City becomes a mirror of the human condition, flawed, fiery, and endlessly fascinating. In the end, as the confetti falls and the scheming resumes, one truth remains. In the young and the restless, love may conquer all, but it never comes without a cost.